Yes, we're live.
We're live on YouTube and Facebook. So let's wait for more people to come into the room. Hello, everybody. For those of you guys who are hashtag replay gang, don't worry, check the description box below, and I will have the timestamps for all of the couples as well as when the recap starts. So don't you fret. You can fast forward, or you can check it, or you can just listen to the banter right now. Hey, Babs, thank you so much for joining us again.
Hey, Viv.
Hold on. Williamsons, the
Me and Babs were here at 6 o'clock.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said me and Babs were here at 6. I hopped in and I was like, oh. And then I checked the reminder that I sent out and I was like, oh, I'm early. I was so excited.
Oh, I'm so happy you're excited.
I'm laughing with my girl. Yes. About time.
Yes, I'm back. I'm trying to get the band together.
Get the band back together.
Hey, Yazelle. How you doing? Okay. Prep myself here. Got that going. Put my little spooky because for some reason I didn't know this was an option during October.
Me too. I learned like during my last live.
Yes. I think they didn't give it to us until
and now it's like there. I'm like, it's people are doing Christmas.
Yeah, where's my Christmas one?
Yeah, where's my Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Hey, Baba baby, what's up?
Hey, Jasmine. You know what? I love your seasonal. It's funny. I love your seasonal like content. And I know that you're in California where there is not a season to be had.
That's the thing. Like, I have to do it. I love me some Cali, but they are just not festive. They are just, I will say that they'll go out for Christmas, but anything else that they will not do it. Now, the neighborhood that I just moved to, they get into it. They like, there was some decorating going on, but because it's such like chill weather all the time, people just do not get festive, and I gotta force it.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Also, where do you keep all of your like stuff? I see you box it back up, and so then this year I like boxed back up my little Halloween glasses that I have, but like, where do you keep it?
So my best friend asked me the same thing. She was like, Nikki, where does this stuff go? So I have a garage. I'm in a townhouse, so we have a garage, and it works. It really does. If I did not have that, oh no, I wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, because I'm in an apartment, and yes, I have a little storage unit, but not enough to keep everything that I would want to keep.
Yeah.
Because I do have to change over my closet. Yeah. And because my closet in my home is not big enough to house everything. Yeah. Like I have things in my storage unit that are my clothing.
Yeah.
So
that's how it was. Like my family and I, we all moved from Cali to Atlanta. And Atlanta, we moved into a house. So we had so much stuff. And then like right after the election, we were just like, yeah, we got to figure out something because, we're from Philly. So we've never lived in a red state. And so we were kind of concerned about how that would be and how the changes would happen so swiftly. So we were just like, you know what, we need to get back to what we know. Mm-hmm. So when we decided to move back to Cali, we were like, we cannot move into an apartment. We have too much stuff.
Yeah.
Like, unless we're going to be able to sell this stuff and move back, we have to figure it out. So we were just like, we need to either get a home or something similar. And thankfully, we found a really nice townhouse in a really nice area that we love. So it worked. Thank God.
Wait a minute. God. You've left LA since you first moved there?
Oh, yes. We moved to Atlanta like three so years ago, like right after the pandemic.
Oh.
Like a year or so right after that, because the industry died. So my sister and I, all of our work was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
There was nothing filming in Cali. So everybody, we had to shift to Atlanta because that was the only place that was like filming stuff and casting. And then we had planned on staying, but after that election, we were just like, yeah, no, not under this administration. We're not. Let's get back to what we know. Let's get to the norms.
Wow. I didn't, yeah. See, I've been so out of touch. I didn't know that you left Cali and came back.
Left and came back. But you know what? Atlanta, there's always hope because we did love it. But it was just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially right now, we need to stay where it's safe.
Yes. Hey, Busola.
Hey, Busola!
Nikki's originally from Philly.
Yes. Philly. Philly, where I am from. I'm from PHILA period. Philly, be feeling it.
Abbott Elementary.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's so funny because people are like, they're like, you moved? And I'm like, I've been here. I feel like when I moved here, I was still doing Just Call Me Wah stuff. So, or maybe I wasn't then.
No, here's the thing. I didn't know that you moved. Like, I knew that you were there, but I thought you were there for work. Because one thing about you would travel. You were always in a different location. So I was just like, oh, she's just, there for work. And then it's just like the background didn't change. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. How long is this job? How long is this event?
Yeah, you're right. I was traveling in 2021. Mm-hmm. And then in 2022 is when I got the promotion. So the traveling in 2021 led to the promotion that happened in 2022. So I ended up moving here the latter part of 2022, so November. And then and it's been stressful ever since. Like it has been the best thing, I think, for my latter adulthood, because I was finally able to live in a place where I could afford to live on my own. But the stress wise of the job has not been fun. And so I'm like right now trying to transition out of it. So I've taken like 2 personal leaves of absences. Like people are like, oh, are you you're not working? I'm like, I'm still at the job. I'm just not working.
So I'm working on my mental health. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah. And so I started like doing drag. So I've been doing drag.
Yes, I saw that. Can we talk about that? I think that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's so awesome.
Yeah. So I'm really happy with that. Like I started doing drag in Minneapolis. Like I'm still a baby queen, but it's so funny because everyone's like, you just started in August. I'm like, well, I'm a performer.
Yeah.
So like I will always be able to perform. And like lip syncing is not even lip syncing, just singing in my car and singing in general. But like I'm a huge RuPaul Drag Race fan. And so I started just lip syncing in my apartment because I was like, oh, I could have lip synced to that. And so now I'm just like,
well, how did it happen? Like, how did you just like get into drag?
Okay, so I at the beginning of the year was like, I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna be a drag queen. And so I started just makeup, doing my face and figuring out what my face was gonna look like. Then I started to develop a character, which is such a Drag Race way of doing it. Like most drag queens just put on a wig and go about their business and like let the character develop. But I was like, oh no, in order to be a drag queen, you have to like create a character. So I was like, okay, who are my inspirations? Like my inspirations are Glowdine. My inspirations are RuPaul, and then also Grace Jones. And so it was like, how can I wrap those 3 people? Because like I feel like RuPaul helped me to connect with Black femininity because I had a tumultuous relationship with the main Black woman in my life that I never really felt accepted. And so RuPaul, like really, I was like, well, if a man is going to dress up as a woman to like highlight the awesomeness of Black femininity. And then I started to like look back at like a lot of the Black queer drag queens, and a lot of them were just like, even I saw Paris is Burning and I was like, this is fabulous. Like this is fabulous. And so I was like, I want to support that. Like I want to feel solid and safe in my own Black femininity. And so then I was like, okay, so I got the idea of like starting to do that. And then this year when I went on my leave of absence, I was like, I got to do it. I just got to do it. So I applied to be in a like amateur night at one of the local clubs, which is aptly called the Gay 90s. And so, so I went in there and I I met a queen who had already been established in Florida, but she had also just moved to Minneapolis.
Mhm.
And so we kind of bonded, and I got a lot of quick tips immediately on like how I can fix my drag, but the performance was there.
Yeah.
And so then did well there. And then I went to another bar down the street. So because I live downtown, so there's a lot of like gay, there's a couple of there's like 3 or 4 like good gay bars down here. So went there, and now this month I'm doing another competition, like an entry-level competition. You know, the goal is to eventually get gigs, like paid gigs. And then I do that. And then another passion of mine was like, I want to learn to do pole. I want to learn to pole dance.
Yes!
So I've been pole dancing for like since 2023, February 2023, at a local pole studio. And so trying to figure out how I can get my drag and my pole together is difficult, because pole is easier with less clothes, and drag you have layers and layers and layers of clothes on, even though people don't think you do, but you do. So I'm like trying to figure out how I can marry the two. But yeah, so I've been doing pole dancing, and I actually got a gig because I did a showcase in pole dancing, and so I have a gig next year doing more poles. So I'm like trying to figure out what that performance looks like while still keeping my day job. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome. I was just like, she is living her life.
Girl, trying not to break a hip or an ankle, because that's another thing. These little girls, these little queens be flipping and doing all manner of stuff, and they're like, well, you look uncomfortable in your heels. I'm like, I'm not uncomfortable in these heels. I'm just the beer and the beverages that are spilt on this ground. Yeah, your girl's not willing to like roll around in it. She's also not willing to like break a hip, because like once I break an ankle, who gonna take care of me? I live here by myself. I'm out. I'm 43. These bones aren't coming back together.
That's it. I'm down for the count. I'm down.
Yeah, I told one of the queens, I was like, I'm 43 years old. I can't be like throwing myself on the ground, breaking the ankle. And they were like, oh, 40. Oh, girl, you have to take care of yourself. I said, yeah, y'all 20-somethings can just throw yourself around and hope for the best.
Not me. I love it. That's so cool.
Yeah, thank you. All right, what time is it? Oh, okay. Let's get started in a minute. We'll do it at 13:30. But anyways, that's what's going on with me. Thanks for sharing. Miss Brown Sugar, I ain't seen you in a minute. Thank you. Thank you for the support.
What's the S Factor Baba in Costa Mesa? What's that?
I think she's talking about doing pole. She started doing pole fitness at Fembody, now Embody. And then I also tried S Factor in Costa Mesa.
That looks like a workout.
Oh, it is.
That does
athletes.
It does not look easy.
It's also like being able to do it and then trying to be like
sexy.
So it's like
crazy strength.
So it's like, yeah. So I'm like walking around the pole, sexy, and as soon as they ask me to climb, I'm like, you know,
keep it sexy.
I try so hard to do. There's a move like when you go to climb the pole, you hold it and you like do this. You have to lift your legs up, and that's an ab workout. And she's like, just lift your legs. I'm like, just lift them.
Listen, that does not look easy. The stuff I see those ladies do, I'm like, the core has to be insane. Hey, Opal, how are you?
Nice to meet you, Opal Roo. Okay, we're 20 seconds. 20 seconds. We gotta get started. I was like, we'll get started, and then we didn't start talking again. Okay.
We gotta catch up.
I know. All right.
Nominated.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated. Welcome to my recap of Seeking Sister Wives, Season 6, Episode 7, featuring Nikki Star. TV. Hi.
Hey.
My name is Wah. I do recaps of relationship reality TV shows such as Love After Lockup, 90 Day Fiance, Seeking Sister Wife, and Love is Blind. So if you are at all interested in that content and you would like to subscribe to your girl, please go ahead and do so. If while watching this you get the hee hee ha ha's and you want to give your girl a tip, you can do so with the options down below. If you're an international girly, just do a super thanks or a thanks sticker or something here on YouTube. Otherwise, let's jump right into this episode. This is called Have to Choose Between My Two Wives. I messed up this title, so I need to go in and fix it because I now realize I just put Seeking Sister W. Hey, Sister W. It's so nice to have you coming on in today. Nikki, hi.
Hi.
Yay. So you guys, we have Nikki, Star TV. If you don't know who this is, I don't know where you've been because I've been gone and she's been very active.
I've been on here.
Yeah, she's been on here. She kept it going.
Fighting a good fight.
What shows are you doing right now?
I'm doing
Love Island.
Love is Blind. I'm done. Love Island was so stressful. We're done with her. I'm still doing the Housewives. And the 90 Days are coming back and Love After Lockup.
Okay. Ooh, the 90 Days. Wow. So, I mean, there's so many of them.
There's so many.
And did you see that they like literally just cut out Adnan and whatever her name, Tiger Lily from the season now?
They did? I gotta catch up. I have
Okay.
got to catch up. Wait, did they cut them out because of some issues?
Yeah. Cut them fully out of the tell-all.
Poor thing.
Could you imagine?
She didn't see that scam coming. Everybody else did.
I know.
Everybody else did.
So crazy. Okay. Anyways, let's jump right into Seeking Sister Wife. The first couple that we are going to start with are the Williamsons. And you know them, you remember them because you're just as confused about them as I am.
Listen, I'm not confused about this couple. I think this couple is confused, but I'm not confused about this couple.
You know what? I feel like an elder millennial because I want to put them in a box. I want to put them in a category. I want him to say he's gay, and I want her to say that she's a lesbian and they're in the lavender marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I want. But if she says that she loves that gay man, then I am with it. And if that gay man says that he's not gay, I'm with it. I'm with it.
This is America. You can identify however you want to identify. I'm just saying, as somebody who grew up in church, as somebody who studied musical theater, I've seen this couple before many a times. And I think I know what's happening here. I think that they I feel like if they were in a city, I think they would have a much different relationship. But I think because they are in a small town and they found each other and have similar interests and said, let's make this work. And I think that's what's happening there. That aside, this is my favorite couple on the show. They are my faves. Everybody else, I have some questions, but those two, I love them. They're just so sweet and fun. And the husband, Mr. Showtunes, I love them. They're adorable.
You're not wrong. I'm sorry. I got up just now because I realized now that when two people are on, I should have headphones.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know where my headphones are.
Oh no.
So I'm over here like, what the hell did I do with them? Where could they possibly be? The last time I saw them was last Tuesday. So where would I have put them is the question. So I'm sorry, guys. If the feedback is weird, that's my bad. That's my bad. But yeah, you know what? Great point that they are from a small town and maybe that their options are limited and that they are, yeah, that's a astute point. I'm going to give you that because I'm like, I just don't get why they aren't living their truth, but this is the truth.
Yeah.
For the area in which where area which they live.
Mm-hmm.
So this was an interesting episode because they go to visit their friends Tia and Tamara. That's what I wanted them to say. She's like, I'm going to go visit my friend Tia. And I was like, Tamara? She's like, no, Ashley. And I was like, first of all, you can't say that name first. So it should be just Ashley and Tia.
Yeah.
Don't say Tia and Ashley. And we find out that Ashley was the sperm donor. So Billie Jean is unable to utilize her own eggs. Perhaps she doesn't have any more, whatnot. Girl, fertility, been there, done that. Understand it. And so they talk a little bit about his blind date and how, he feels a lot of pressure to make it work because that's what Billie Jean wants. Like she wants to have a sister wife and have more children and create this like familial unit. And he's feeling deflated because he was so bad. I mean, it was a very bad date. It was a very bad date. And she was like, I'm not saying he's gay. I'm saying that he does plays. And I was like, ma'am, that is saying that
he was looking at him the whole time. And she was just like, have you been with a man before? And he was like, no, I haven't. And I'm like, the hand waving is not helping you, baby.
Yeah.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
I don't think he's cute. But
like adorable. He's adorable.
Okay. He's a derp.
Adorable.
Derp. I'll give him that. So they end up getting to the friend's house and a friend's house, and they start talking about the different options of how they've gone down the rabbit hole of plural relationship. How it is the unicorn hunting is when they're looking for a bisexual woman to join the group, or dragon hunting when you're looking for a bisexual man to join the group, or harem building where one man has multiple women to bear his children. And I was like, is that the Davises? If April could have kids, it would or if April wanted to have more children, then it would be that. Because the way that they treat Nick, when we'll get to it, you would think that he is the he is the harem. He is building himself a harem. But I'm like, how come there just isn't like natural, just like regular polygamists, like just want to have a sister wife? And then you can have something that's weird, like what Danny wants, and she wants a like a housekeeper / like broodmare mate or something. So we find out that they have 5 embryos, and that's a lot. Good for them. I did IVF and I ended up with no embryos. I ended up having 5 that came out and that were fertilized. But then once they did all the testing, or once they went through the incubation period, like 2 fell off. And then when they did the testing, only 1 was viable. And then they like did it and then like didn't last. So it's like, I was like, I get it when you only have 5 and you don't even know, because at every level there is risk. So you have 5 embryos that but will any of them take? Yeah. And so, she's like, I don't know. And so we want more options for that to happen. And Ashley, does something very sweet. She offers to carry the babies for them. And they end up bringing their 2 twins over to be with Ashley, and Ashley and Tia have kids. And so the kids have a familial unit. So I'm like, you already kind of have what it is that you're looking for, except for these women are not going to be in a relationship with Reese, nor are they going to live on the compound and help you raise these chickens. Yeah. And so we find out that they don't want that. They are kind of hell bent on having this plural relationship. But I'm like, to me, it feels clear that Reese is not up to managing 2 women. There's something about he feels uncomfortable to me talking about this and during this process, but he wants to do it for Billie Jean so bad. And so part of me is like, well, Billie Jean, why don't you find a bestie who'd be willing to be impregnated by Reese and then just like live on does that person need to have a relationship with Reese, or can they just have a relationship with you and use his sperm?
Wow, it goes back to these 2 being from a small town. Because when the first option that they were saying, oh, we're just learning lingo, the first one is a unicorn, or a bisexual woman and I said, that's who you're looking for. That's who they're both looking for. They're looking for this bisexual woman who is willing to explore and also do the family things so that they can, in the confines of their home, be able to be who they really are. I honestly think that the children bearing, I kind of think that it's a smokescreen for what they really desire, because they were given an opportunity by Ashley. So she offered to give you what you wanted, and when you got that offer, you said no. You still want to find this stranger who is going to come into your home and be willing to become a sister wife. I don't necessarily think that they are looking for somebody to have more children with. I think they are looking for somebody that they can be honest with.
I love it. I think that is what a great theory. And I think, yeah, because if that, and I say this every single episode, if that man tells me one more time that he wants to be with Oprah or Michelle Obama or Queen Latifah.
I said Phil Dunphy. It was giving Phil. He kept on naming black women, and every time, yeah, I'm looking for a Michelle Obama. I was just like, no, you're not, but that's okay. That's okay, baby. If this is the thing, he's looking for a Michelle Obama so that they can be besties. He's not looking for the Michelle Obama to be the sister wife. He's looking for the Michelle Obama to be the sister girl, the friend. Okay, that's what he wants. If he can get a best, if he can get a best girl black girlfriend, a black girl bestie, and Billie Jean can get somebody to explore with, it's a win for him. So that's why he's just like, this is what I want, because it is like he's not looking for a sister wife. He's looking for a best friend, and he has his description of what he wants that best friend to be.
And that's Queen Latifah, someone who would be okay having sex with Billie Jean, as well as maybe Debrat. He could throw Debrat in there. Somebody also who would be willing to have sex with Billie Jean.
That's what he's looking for. That's what they're looking for. But in that small town on that farm, they cannot say that.
Yeah. Whew, God, that's terrible.
I was like, Ashley gave them an out. And they were like, no, that's not what we want. Of course it isn't.
Yeah, you're right.
Of course it isn't.
You're right. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. All right, let's move on to I think my second favorite couple. Let's move on to the Merrifields, and let's remind the audience what they look like. I want to think the best of the Merrifields, but at the same time, there's just okay, great. Thank you.
They're not good. They are not. They do not have good intentions.
And I think they do.
Yeah.
But there's so many layers of problems. Mm-hmm. The fact that they specifically only go for Brazilian women. Mm-hmm. And I think that Garrett has like a fetish, because I don't think this is the first black woman he's gone after. Mm-hmm. Like, I think he's always wanted that too.
He went after a black American woman, and she has standards.
Yeah.
So he said, I want to get a black woman that needs me.
Yes.
A black woman that doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, because there's no black American woman that I can think of who may want to do this, who would be okay with sniveling Danielle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Danielle snivels way too much. Mm-hmm. And that to me would raise my hackles and go, oh, you're a threat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's clear to me she is one. So Lorena has been there for now 2 months, and she's taking English classes 3 times a week. They don't have to learn, even though they've been searching for a Brazilian, seeking a Brazilian sister wife for the last 6 years. They never thought to learn Portuguese, which is great. Yeah. Which if they had just learned Portuguese, then maybe they wouldn't be in the pickle that they're in right now. Yep. So she's taking her English classes, and they figured out the sleeping arrangement. He sleeps with a wife for 2 nights, and on Sunday is his resting day, because he's just tired of having to just have
deal
sex
with women
all the time and deal with women. And so they start talking about how, like, it's been a learning curve. Like, Lorena does things different. She folds the towels different. She puts the hangers in the closet different. She doesn't sort the laundry. And I was like, you know what? I stopped sorting. I still do sort laundry because it's habit, but like, whenever I realize I don't have to anymore because clothes don't bleed,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the only thing I do is have white clothes be by themselves, but like,
Yeah.
or white towels and stuff. But anything else, really, they don't bleed anymore the way they used to.
Yeah.
You can now put a red sock
And
in
it'll
with
be
a white, and it's not going to turn pink because they've technology in clothes and dyeing has come so far. But anyway, so they're just talking about those little things. And I'm also like, why haven't we seen a confessional with the three of them in a confessional? Like, why is it Danielle and Garrick by themselves in a confessional and then Lorena by herself in a confessional? I was a little.
I think that this one has probably fallen apart again.
Yes.
It's probably going to be another unsuccessful relationship for that weird Colorado couple.
But I also heard that Lorena was pregnant or she had a baby or something. Yeah.
Oh, Lorena, no.
That's what word on the street is. So I don't know. It's really confusing. Because you would think that they would all be in a confessional together.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah.
So interesting. So we find out that they need to get married tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like they just said she's been there for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden she needs to get married. They need to get married tomorrow. And I'm like, why? So it turns out that they're on some crunch time because all of a sudden 4 weeks has gone by in one breath. And if they don't get married, then she has, they could lose her visa and then have to start the process over again. Because the way they made it seem is like, oh, we don't want her to be deported. I'm like, I get it that ICE is like running around the country doing a bunch of shenanigans currently, but like at the time you were filming this, they're not running around the country anymore. And specifically, they're not running to Buena Vista, Colorado to snatch Lorena up. But the issue is that even if ICE isn't knocking at the door, once that visa lapses, they probably have to start the process over again because they hold up their side of the bargain when it comes to how she was, brought into this country. And so they end up trying to do this prenup, which Garrett didn't really want to do. I think there's something about it that made him feel like he would be in bad faith, or it's not the Christian thing. It's not like they're trying to live their life in biblical terms, by him having being the king of the castle and them switching bedrooms with him when he should just be going to their bedrooms. They shouldn't have to share a fucking bedroom with each other. Weird. And so they're trying to do things biblically, but then at the end of the day, like, they can't have Lorena taking away all of their stuff because that's his legally wedded wife. And so they need to do this prenup, and they're doing it online, legal Zoom, I don't know. And and the stipulation with this prenup is that they need somebody to explain the prenup to Lorena in Portuguese so that she understands, and then have a third party to like be a witness to like notarize that she understands everything that's going on. And the current lawyer that they have is like, I speak Portuguese, but not enough to like do this. And so they've gotten themselves in a pickle. Doesn't it sound crazy?
It sounds crazy because that's how they want it to sound. I think this is absolutely intentional. I think they left it to the last minute because I think that Garrett likes to hide behind his religion and his desire to be a polygamist. I think he hides behind the fact that he just really wants to have freak offs with different kind of women. So he gets his wife involved in this ruse of, oh, I want another wife because I feel like that's what God has for me. No, you just want to experience other women and have it be normalized and not have to be called on the carpet that you just want to explore other women. Because here's the thing, if he was just honest, everybody would get it. They got married as teenagers. They're both in religious psychosis, right? They got married very, very young before they even found out who they were. So he feels cheated. right, with this one woman. And she doesn't. She's fine. She loves the life that they live. And he wants to experience other women. So he lets things slide. He's not on top of things because he wants a wrench to be thrown into it so that he doesn't have to fully commit. So when the time comes, he can throw that one out and go get another one. I think that's what's happening here. And I think the issues that he has with Lorena, or I think he leaves the training of the new potential wife, up to Danielle. So the frustrations that Danielle has, I don't believe that those are her frustrations. I think that that is Garrick's frustrations, and he is feeding that to her so that she can take the brunt of the issues and then be the bad guy and have to let Lorena know, because he has this thing where he always wants to look good. And he has Danielle and her entire family doing the work for him. So he is always the good guy. He's innocent. He doesn't know anything. He doesn't understand. He throws all kinds of responsibility to Danielle and her family so that they can look like the bad people and he could look like the guy. He is playing God with these people, and they are allowing him because he has money. And it's sad to see.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, 6 generations deep in this one town. Like I was telling the audience yesterday or last week that I'm like, why don't they just say that they're Mormon? Like, because like, and the reason why his family disowned him the way that they did is because it's no longer couth in the Mormon community. Yeah. But like, for you to be 6 generations in one little town in Colorado, that gives pilgrimage and settler vibes to me. And like, maybe they're not, but this idea that like this is something that they get from God, that's such a Mormon thing of like the man being the priesthood holder and the Heavenly Father tells us that this is what we're supposed to do. I mean, even down to like this crazy rhetoric of like a woman not being able to have sex with more than 5 men without her womb being damaged because
and the sperm changes the womb. I'm like,
what the hell? Also, like, why are these all women not having protected sex? Like, why are these women all letting men shoot up the club?
I hate that they're raising a daughter. Oh,
yeah.
Hate it.
Yeah. Yep. I hate that they're raising sons that maybe think the same way. I mean, even though the one son was like, yeah, I don't think polygamy is for me. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I mean, if it is, it is. If that's something that you and your partner want to do and that's the kind of life you live, like there's really no shade on my end. I just think that the way that Danielle has cried so much about it and been so resistant at almost every level that it just speaks a lot to me.
Because she doesn't want to do it. She does not want to do it, but she is in this religious psychosis, and she has forced herself to believe that this is what God wants and that it's the right thing, but her body is rejecting it, because every time he talks about Lorena in any kind of loving way, she starts to cry, and she'll lie and be like, oh no, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy for us. And I'm so excited for us. No, you are not. That is the pain releasing from your body, but you are going to continue to lie to yourself, because that is what happens when you are under very serious religious psychosis.
Ooh, and I always mention, I'm like, for her to be so religious, she got them titties out as often as possible.
Okay.
As often as possible. So anyways, the Lorena, then they put this stress on Lorena that like basically he's just, Danielle at the last minute is like, well, I'm not comfortable with you just getting married because she could just take everything from us, and it's because of Bert. And Lorena's like, well, if he trusts me, then like why is she involved? She's actually not his wife, technically. So I don't understand why she has a dog in this fight. And so like it's just interesting to see that sometimes Lorena will come back and be like, no, sister, uncomfortable. Sister.
My house.
Yeah. Yes. And so Garrick is like, well, I mean, I don't think Lorena will back out of it. And I'm like, why doesn't she just come forward and say, Lorena, you've got to sign this post-nup? if you don't sign this post-nup, I'm gonna beat you up and lock you in the garage.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
just come out with it. Like, I need you to sign this post-up, and ain't no jokes. If you don't sign this post-up, we're putting you on a plane and sending you back home.
Mhm.
And we're getting this marriage annulled immediately. They're making it seem like, well, then you'll already be married. I was like, get that shit annulled. Make her sign a contract right now saying that she's going to sign this prenup or do
Well,
something.
here's the thing. I think the reason why they are being so by the book with it is because if she signs this prenup and she doesn't know what she's signing, that prenup is null and void. That's why I was like, Lorena, just sign it. Just sign it, girl. Just sign it. And as soon as you finish your English course, be like, oh, I didn't know what I was signing. I didn't understand that. That'll get you out of that real quick. That's why they're freaking out, because they're just like, she needs to understand what she's signing, because if she doesn't, it's not a legally binding contract.
And I'm just like, why can't they just drive to Denver and find somebody real quick? They make it seem like they can't leave the compound to figure this out. Girl, if y'all don't get on that phone and call somebody in Denver and have it figure it out, this isn't as like cutthroat as you're making it out to seem. You just want to be dramatic.
With all their money, they have options.
Yeah.
They have options. Figure it out.
Yep.
But Garrick is dragging his feet. He's not doing anything. He looks at Danielle. I think you should call the lawyer. What do you do? What do you do, Garrick, besides play God with these people?
He's like, I go to work. Mm-hmm. I go to work. Thank you so much, Jasmine, for the super sticker. I absolutely appreciate it. All right, let's see what our next couple is. Anybody in the comments? Barbara says Danielle should have never gotten a divorce, and they both hugely lied in court. So how moral are they? Yeah, the girl cried all the way through that court. Yes, it's irreconcilable. Religious fundamentalism is pretty dangerous stuff. Yep. Garrick is a terrible partner.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, she was balling in the court because she knew she was lying. Yeah. So yes, okay, great. The next couple, they piss me off. The next couple is the Peraltas.
Mess.
Woo. A mess. This is like, and I am so glad that Jackie did what she did this episode. Okay, so we start off with Danny visibly struggling with her boys. And then she's like, Yazelle left a voice note for us. Let's listen to Daddy. So then we get a voice note from Yazelle, and I was like, why couldn't he just like actually do a FaceTime? Okay. We get that voicemail from him, and I don't know exactly what he's doing or where he is, but there's like kid painting behind him, and I was like, are you in school? Are you?
Yeah, I don't know what he does, and he's gone for like months. I thought that it was like some kind of blue collar job where he's working on like oil rigs, but then I saw the background too, and I was like, huh.
Yeah. And I'm like, why can't they just tell us what he does? Like, why is it a secret?
I'm so messy. I saw that and I was just like, oh, he got another family.
That's exactly what I thought too. I said, he's in his other baby's bedroom.
Yeah, he got another family, because where are you working?
Yes. That's what I want to know too. Where is he working and why can't he tell us about it? You don't have to tell us the company, just tell us what he does.
Yeah.
And so we then realize, because my question last episode was, do Jackie and Yazelle talk on their own? Because it doesn't seem like Danny would allow that.
Mm-hmm.
For somebody who is I really want to know whose idea it was to have a sister wife, because they've set it up to where it sounds like it was Danny's idea.
No, it was not.
And I feel like it's not. It must have been his idea, and now she's standing in front of it trying to like make it seem like it's okay. But
you know what? I think it was her idea. And I think it was her idea because he's a cheater. I think she came up with this, you're going to cheat, right? And if I'm going to stay in this, I need to approve of the woman that you cheat with. And this is where she convinces herself that if she finds the woman for him, or they have a sister wife, she has control over that situation and she could curb his lust, because there's no way. You can tell that this is not her idea. You can tell that this is not saying it's not her idea, but you can tell it's not what she wants. She's been forced into this because I think that's the only way she can be in this relationship with this man who is not being faithful to her because he's not even being faithful to her with the sister wife. He is absolutely talking to Jackie without her. And as soon as she found that out, what did she do? She started crying.
Well, the thing is that it's ridiculous of her to insert herself so much in the sister wife process to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
It is ridiculous, and she looks like the villain in this because she has such crazy ideas of like what she wants this to be, and she looks incredibly selfish.
Yeah,
in fact, she is being incredibly selfish.
Yes.
And like, I guess, also, I wonder how many people, women, men, I wonder how many people would be okay with a polygamous lifestyle and or just a non-monogamous type relationship where they dearly love their partner. They may have kids with them, but their partner or themselves are allowed to like have other sexual rendezvous or relationships with other people. Like if people were to just be real with what it is that they want, how many monogamous couples there would be. Because I think a lot of it is societal pressure and societal expectations of like what that looks like. And yeah, so I guess that's why I feel like I could be a sister wife. I just feel like I would have to be the third wife. Like I'm the fun wife.
Yeah.
Like I'm the one I'm not gonna give you any kids. Like I'll go to work, but I'll also help out around the house. I'll help do stuff. But like really I'm here for a good time.
Yes, I can totally agree with you because the show that this is based off of, the original show, you know that sister wife show with that guy with the him,
Cody Brown.
Yes, Cody Brown. There is a sister wife who I was just like, if I was ever going to do it, that is the one that I would be. When two of the other sister wives didn't want anything to do with Cody and they wanted to divorce him, she was just like, oh no, I need them because I like my peace. She was like, oh, I don't want to be a full-time wife. She had her own place. She was living her life. She was just like, I like to deal with him when I want to deal with him. Now that y'all getting rid of him, I got to be full-time? Absolutely not. Y'all got to work that out. She had a whole breakdown. She was like, you guys have to work this out. I never wanted to be a full-time wife. And I was like, if I ever did it, that would be me. Like, I can't take him full-time.
Yeah. I mean, yes, that is one of the benefits is that you don't actually like, especially if you don't have to have kids. And, some wives, the idea in polygamy with the Mormon church is to have more kids so that they can spread their religion, right? That's with any religion.
Yeah.
Is to have the most kids so that the religion can continue to prosper and move forward. But like, yeah, it is just very interesting that on the other side of it is like, I don't want to have sex with that man or be around him full time. Like, I just want to be the good time gal. Like, I want to go out on dates. I want to go out on dates. I want to have good sex. Like, I'll come in and help wash some funky dishes and I'll watch these kids while you guys do whatever, but I'm the good time gal. I'm working out. I'm
watching that clock. Like,
yeah.
Well, my duty is over. See
ya. Yes. So anyways, we find out that Danny and that Jackie and Ysel are actually talking, so they get to text without Danny being the overlord. But Danny has been pulling away from Jackie because she had talked to Ysel about Yesel. I keep calling her Ysel because of my moderator, but Yesel about Yesel was like, listen, you can make up these crazy ass rules, but you got to be the one to tell him. And I agree with it. And so has been pulling away from Jackie because she knows once she has this one-on-one time with her, she's going to have to tell Jackie that she don't want Jackie to have his baby, specifically a baby girl. And so Jackie and Danny end up going out and they end up going to a pretty nice restaurant, which I don't think that either of them were dressed for.
At all. At all. I was just like, where they got these dress barn outfits on and the plates were so fancy. The food looked delicious too.
Yeah, I was like, her messy bun, Danny's messy bun, and Jackie's little white shorts. I was like, what is going on here? So then Danny ends up telling Jackie that she will not allow her husband, she will not allow her to have a baby with her husband. And Jackie's like, I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, what? And so she's like, it's a boundary, and I know that it's purely selfish, but my body physically can't have kids anymore, and the one thing that I wanted to do was give him a little girl, and I wasn't able to do that, so I would be insanely jealous of any woman who was able to give him a little girl. There's so much wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the fact that like the gendering and the like what boys aren't good enough,
Mm-hmm.
this like there's a lot that if I were them, I would not necessarily want my children to hear that statement.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jackie's like, okay, well, that's weird. I wish you guys had told me this in the beginning, and it seems incredibly selfish of you to do this. And she's like, no, yeah, I know it comes from a selfish place. And Jackie's blindsided.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jackie's like, then what do you think the option is? And she's like, well, maybe a sperm donor. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you want a woman to come and join your family,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that your husband would be okay with having more kids and wants more kids, and you then would say to that woman, but you can't have my husband. That's my husband.
Yeah.
You can have his kids, even though you're in a relationship with him. You need to go and find yourself a sperm donor to have kids with. And I thought to myself, like, if you guys are willing to do that, why not just do IVF and like choose the gender if that's what you really wanted to do? Or I mean, and even then that's rude, but like still it is so problematic on so many levels, and she's so blindsided by the fact that she wanted to give Yesel a girl. It's just crazy. I mean, it's like how, and also like technically if you guys are in a family together, then that little baby girl will be yours too, and you would be able to dote and love on that baby girl the same way you would.
This is the thing. She's letting Jackie know that baby will not be mine. That will be yours and his, and I will have a problem. And that lets me know that that child will not be safe in her presence, because she's already jealous of a child that hasn't even been formed yet. Absolutely not. But I also think that Danny made her standards so so unbelievable, so ridiculous, so unachievable, because she does not want this to work out. So I think she's going to continue to be a problem. She's going to tell Yesel that she's okay with it, but she'll continue to be a problem and create issues that are not there, because she does not really want this to work, but she's saying yes to it so that she can keep this man faithful to her. It's so sad. And she got with him so young. What a sad way to exist. Oh,
yeah, she got with him at like 22, and he was already in his 30s, I think. And so yeah, so she doesn't even have, she's still operating under the like young 20s like mindset, and I think that's very, and she at every point wants to prove that she's just as sexy and just as good, if not better. Look at this outfit she wore out on
I'm so glad you brought that mess up. I'm like, why are you wearing this at Dave & Buster's? Like, you got, let him know you still got it. Take
girl,
that,
in the winter, in the full winter. Ridiculous. And when he was trying to talk about Jackie's body 3 episodes ago, he's not even looking at Jackie in this picture. He's looking over to the side.
Yep.
When he tried to talk about Jackie's body, about how curvy she is, she's like, well, I'm curvy too, or some shit. Yep. She's like, well,
he loves my body. I can tell. Like, why wouldn't he? And I'm like, oh, you are not built for the sister wife life.
Not at all. Not at all.
You do not want to compete, child.
And so Jackie's just like, I don't feel like this is fair to Yesel. And Danny agrees that it's unfair. And, she's like, I really don't feel like it's good to make a decision based solely on your own comfort, and you're not taking his feelings into consideration. And so she's like, at this time, I do think I need to remove myself.
Yeah.
And she gets up. She didn't even say, can I have a to-go box for this delicious beef stroganoff or whatever the hell she's eating? She gets up and leaves. And I wonder what that conversation with Yesel is. I hope that Jackie speaks Spanish and calls him and is like, oye. That is what I want to hear. I want her to call him and I want her to talk to him in his mother tongue and tell him about his fucking self.
Why? As soon as she got out of that restaurant, she called her man and she let him know.
Yeah.
That your main chick is crazy and
Yeah.
she's messing this up for you.
Yeah.
If you want me, control her. Click. That's exactly what happened. Because she's been talking to him without Danny. And she don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. So Danny says that she feels guilt and shame for having these, rules. And she doesn't want to be the problem if it comes down to him not being able to find the sister wife, but she knows that she is the problem.
Yeah, she will be. She will be the problem. She does not want a sister wife.
Yeah.
Listen to the thing. I think when she brought this up to him, she was hoping that he was going to be like, no, you're enough. And he said, oh, that's a great idea. Let's do it. Let's start today. Let's go. He even complained about the pace that she moves at. He's like, I'm ready to have sex with her. I'm ready to move her in. I'm ready to give her a baby. She and Danny, but Danny set this up for herself. Her plan backfired. She wanted him to say, no, I want you and only you. And Yesel said, well, thank you so much for bringing this up. That's the only way I'm going to stay.
Yeah. And the thing is that she is running herself ragged for no reason. And it's quite sad. And he is allowing her to be on Front Street looking silly. They signed up for this show. Now, I don't know how much it goes into being on this show or any of these reality shows, but you have to go through at least 5 interviews.
Oh, yeah.
So you go through all of these interviews and then you get on this show and you sit in front of America and you tell America that you don't want your man to have a baby with somebody else. So we can just eat you up, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. She let her know from jump that baby is not going to be safe with me if that's his.
Yeah. That's crazy. Here. All right. Last but not least, I don't have a picture of them, but they're my faves. This is ridiculous. Let's talk about the Davises. All right.
Whoa.
So the calendar is done. And I, for some reason, thought that this calendar was going to be far better quality than what we ended up seeing. The photos did not even take the full, when you have a calendar, you have the photo up here and then you have the calendar down here. The photo wasn't even a full photo. Some of them were black and white. And I want to know how much they paid for that. Because at the end of the day, I really think that they could have just taken those photos and then put them in their own calendar.
Yeah.
Gone on Canva, created a calendar, and done what they needed to do. The picture that showed their butts wasn't even a good picture of their butts.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible. He was like, oh, I'm so lucky. I was like, ah! Terrible shot.
Yeah. So Teresa's upset because she is comparing herself to the other girls and feeling some kind of way. And I'm like, Teresa, you act like I mean, the way she acts is like both Jennifer and April have BBLs and have fake titties and are doing the most with their bodies. I mean, I don't know one woman celebrity who I'm like, yes, like that. There's more women in real life that I see that I'm like, ooh, I would like that body.
Yeah.
There's no celebrity woman that I'm like, yeah. Because either I think they're too whatever it is, it's just not my ideal. There are real women in real life that I'm like, she's sexy. They're in my pole class, so
of course,
so it's really interesting that she's over here crying over these women when I'm just like, it's they all have their good qualities. You're not terrible. Them bunions, you could use them the bunions if you want to, but
the bunions, girl. I was like, why would they show that?
I come from a family of women with bad feet. My grandmother's bunions had her whole toes just dangling to the left.
Listen, Nick was
or to the right.
That bunion down. I was like, oh no.
So it's not like I'm making fun of bunions. I get it. It happens. You be minding your own business and you get the bunions. But I'm like, girl, put that foot down. Anyways, so she's upset. And apparently she's had trauma from last relationships with, I guess, other sister wives calling her old. Like she's been in like really catty situations. And so she just has this like negative aura, and April fully is not into it.
No.
April is like, unfortunately, we have seen her negative self-talk and it creates a bad energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think Teresa's gonna make it, as well as Teresa again has not been in a confessional with the three of them. It's either been April and Jen in a confessional, April, Jen, and Nick in a confessional, but never with Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, ugh. And they moved her in too. Like, and I get that though, because there are times where like I am at the age where there's only so much self-hate talk that I can hear in one female outing.
Yeah.
Like if you would be surprised. I'd be out with some of my peers and they're like, oh my God, my legs are so fat. And I'm like, hey, if you make one more disparaging comment about yourself, I'm gonna have to go my own way.
Yeah.
Like keep that. Yeah, it's too much, because what it does is it makes me want to go, no, you're fine. And then I become a caretaker.
Yeah.
Of like managing your emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, I just can't do it. Like if we're going to go out, I want to feel comfortable. And if you're uncomfortable, if I look over at you and I can tell that you're uncomfortable, then I'm like, let's just go home, because I want to have a good time. I don't want to be taking care of you. We're not in our 20s. I'm not going to be holding your hair while you vomit. I'm not going to be watching you, making sure you don't get roofied. Like
my tolerance for your low self-esteem is low. I can't. Pick it up when we hang out, girl.
Yeah. Yes. And so I get that. 100%. And so, they go and they bring breakfast down to King Nick, because I guess he does so much for them. And this man has a giant bed with like baby blue satin pillows. And listen, he don't have no hair. What's that? What's the satin pillows for? Also, what's up with Nick and all of the scarring and the like? He must pick at his skin or something, or have like very.
He was shot. We have to be honest. Nick is a pimp. Like the show is lying. He is a pimp. That's why homegirl acts the way she acts. And she says, "Oh, I was in another sister wife situation, and she was the old hoe amongst the other hoes, and the young hoes was making fun of her. So she came over here to an age appropriate pimp, so that she could feel accepted. And she got over here, and it's another young hoe that's now carrying his baby. He is a pimp. That is a bullet wound. This show is not telling the truth. This show is not telling the truth. He is a pimp. Have you noticed? He don't do nothing. He does everything, and every dollar they make, they give to him. He does not work. He works them. Every dollar they make, they give to Nick, and Nick disperses their money back to them. He's a pimp. Yes.
Wait a minute.
He's a pimp.
Wait, but he's not actually hoeing them. Like they're not with tricks.
Here's the thing. I think he's out the game. But he met them when he was in it. That's it. As soon as they said Nick doesn't work, we all work, and we bring our money to Nick, I said, oh, there it is. He is a pimp. Notice we never know what jobs they go to. We never see them heifers at work. We see them coming back from work. We don't never see them at work. And the new chick, Teresa, oh, she been in the game for a minute. And I think that's their problem. I think she's too fresh in the game. And they're like, no, we're retired. We don't do that no more. We got kids here. That's not the life we lived. We're retired hoes. You're still pretty active. And you done came from one pimp to another pimp. And you're trying to bring that lifestyle here. We don't do it. And I knew that she was a freshly retired hoe when she said she was on tour with Rakim. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I said, I know what you was doing on tour because you damn sure wasn't opening up for no Rakim.
I mean, she was opening it up.
She was busting it open.
She was,
that's about it. That's about
she was opening it up, but not what you think.
Girl.
Oh my gosh.
You was not doing what you tried to make us believe that you was doing on tour with Rakim.
Okay, I definitely could see Teresa being a hoe, 100%. I could see her being a working lady of the night.
Who's the oldest one in the waist trainer? Because she loved that waist trainer. The oldest one.
Teresa is the oldest one.
No, who's the new girl? The new girl is
Teresa.
The new girl is Teresa?
Yeah.
Wait.
April is the one he's been with the longest. Jennifer's the one that's
what I'm talking about. That's the main one.
Yeah, she the bottom bitch.
Yeah, she the one that gotta approve everybody.
Yeah.
And she don't like that new one because the new one is trying to take her spot and she knows it. She knows it. She's always having these meaningless. She immediately wants to change her last name. Every time she sees Nick, she's crying and falling apart, and she just wants to be with him. So listen, the main hoe know what's going on, and she's saying not on my watch. Absolutely not. He is pimping him.
Oh my gosh.
That's the only thing that makes sense here.
So yeah, April is his bottom bitch. Mm-hmm. And April brought in Jennifer because Jennifer and April used to work together. Mm-hmm. And
where did they work? Did they tell you where they worked?
No.
Exactly.
And then they got with maybe one other person, and then Danielle, and Danielle was like, "No, I'm not with this." And then Teresa. Now, Teresa, they give him the calendar and he's like, "Oh, I love this. Oh, you guys are great. And he tells her that her insecurities are baseless, and that he's like, you need no armor here. You need, please relax and enjoy the ride. And they all do a group hug. And then she's like, you know what will make me really happy? I know I said this like several times now, but I'll say it to you guys once again, is if I could have the last name Davis, then I would really feel like I'm a part of this. In fact, not only do I want the last name Davis, I want to get you all tattooed on my thigh." And April's like, Mayday. No. This is not this. You cannot make these choices about us because you are not happy with you. And that's you getting our name and you getting our face tattooed is not going to make you feel more comfortable. You need to fix your mental before you come in here and try to do that.
Only a hoe would make decisions like that. That's whole decision making right there. Right there.
That is crazy.
Fresh in the game. They are retired. They're just like, we don't live like this. You have to class it up. She too deep in. They not gonna let her come into that.
Yeah, when she said she wanted to get their names tattooed, faces tattooed, and that she also wanted to, she brought up again getting the last name Davis. I was like, you're looking too thirsty, sis. Like, you can't. This ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna work. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nah, they gotta get
up the vibe.
Yeah, the vibe is being messed up. And Nick is like, I'm just trying to get to know you and get to like you. Like, you can't force this. And she's like, but I really want to force it. Mm-hmm. Like, it's best if I force it. Please just let me force it and just give me what I want. And they're like, no. No.
They're like, we have a system. Mm-hmm. And this is how it works.
Yeah.
And you are coming in a little too chaotic.
Hot.
It's coming too hot. We have our piece. We have our system. You are coming in too intense and we don't trust it. And they're smart for not trusting it because she would change the whole, it will change the whole system that they have going on.
Yeah, she'll change the dynamic. She will. Yeah. She will. Well, that's it. That's anything else to say about them?
No. I'm just waiting for the mugshots.
Uh-oh. You know, they're always ours.
All the confirmation I need. Because I'm just like, this is a pimp and hoe situation. But they're trying to say polygamy. Okay.
Well, there's always mugshots with the TLC world.
Oh yeah, always.
Well, tell the audience where they can find you.
Oh, where you can find me, darlings, you can find me right here on YouTube at Nikki Star TV. That's where I do comedic reviews of some of your favorite reality TV shows. I also have a home channel called Nikki Star at Home right here on YouTube, where I do all of my festive holiday decorating, DIYs, and cooking. I'm a baby baker, so watch me work. And then I'm also on Instagram at Nikki Nicole Star, and on TikTok for now until Oracle finally takes over, at Nikki.star. You can follow me there.
Yeah. The Davises are in Denver, Colorado, just for the people in the chat who are talking. Yeah, so you can find me, just call me Wab, wherever you find me, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all those things. Go ahead and follow me wherever you see me, girl. Like, just look at Wahima. I'm the only one. And yeah, you'll see the picture. Otherwise, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Nikki, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Love to have you on the channel. This was a great conversation. I think that my audience really enjoyed your content. I enjoyed it. All of your takes, they're hot, they're great.
Thank you.
All right, so you guys, thank you so much for joining. It is 9:40. I have to be at work at 5:30, so I gotta go. Right. Otherwise, I'll talk to you later. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay.